Hello, hello everybody. How are you today? It's Miriam here at the Paper Wheel Studio, home of the Wheelchair Crafter. I am here today working on my boy journal that I'm making. And to go along with the collaboration, the ABC of April collaboration with Margaret from Seven Plaza and Tony from Crafting with Tony, I am posting today's video on April 4th, which is D, and D is for decorate. So we're going to decorate my boy's journal that I've got put together here. I prepared the signatures on video the other day, and I have to have a little help getting the journal put together. So my fellow journal crafter here helped me get the pages together here to go. I am using an altered book. It actually is an old Jeff Foxworthy book. I took the pages out. I glued cardboard in the spine and kind of expanded the spine just a little bit. And then I used a piece of ribbon over top of the cardboard and sewed the signatures to the cardboard and ribbon. So you can see the ribbon there. I've got a little bit in the front that once I figure out what I'm going to do with the inside cover, I can put that down. And there's a little bit on my back side as well that I can just glue down. Here, it's not stuck down here, so I still have room that I can get my page on my back cover, however I decide to do that. I also have with me today all this lovely ephemera that we've been doing online. Most of this was created online. Might have been finished off, but most of it was created online. So I have all of these things to use to decorate the journal. And if I'm putting decorations in my journal, what I like to do is pull all my pockets out first. Excuse me. My drink got all tangled up in my cords there for my camera. I apologize, but I really needed a drink here. So I'm going to set it here to the side. So if I need a drink, I have like my really long straw here, folks. It's an 18-inch straw. Works really well when you can't pick them up very good. You can just tilt the cup and take a drink. And I hardly have to move my cup. It's really, really cool. I found these on Amazon, and they're just slightly larger than your average little straw, but I just love them. All right. Get my collage medium out of here. I was working with that on another video here. So I have along with me today, other than my pieces of a pre-made ephemera, I have my usual desk stuff. I've got my ink in Stormy Sky and my ink dauber. Where are you? Here you are. My ink dauber for my Stormy Sky. I use Distress Oxide Stormy Sky. That's what I'm using on this. I have a few little distress stamps that I like to use here that I can always just grab from. I've got my sanding file, my scissors, my ruler, and my glue. So we are just going to pull out things out of my ephemera, and I'm just going to kind of give it a little bit of a sort to sort tags from pockets and decorations so that I can just pull pockets. Now this is just, this is kind of a pocket. It's a little folio we made. So it really, let's see if it stayed glued down here from the other day. If it did, we can get rid of this little paper clip. Oh yeah, that fixed it there. Anytime you have something you need to hold with glue, if you put a little paper clip to hold it down till it dries, it works perfect. So we also have these little neat paper clips to use in this journal. They are left over from a journal that I made my niece. It was a twin journal. If anyone would like to see that, let me know, because I could certainly, I believe I still have a video of it, a flip-through video that I could show you. Okay, so back to, don't get distracted here, Miriam. Let's get all pockety kinds of things. So let's just take it all out of here, and then we can just put journal cards and things like that back in my little holder I have here. So all I want for now are my pockets. Let's just set this to the side and make myself a little pile here. These are more like just little embellished pieces that could be put anywhere. So I'm going to put those back in my box. I have a little pocket here with a tag already in it, cute as a button. So that tag needs inked up and probably a little bit of a tassel on the top. So we'll lay that with pockety things. Here's another pocket. Pocket. This is a pocket that I just simply glued a piece of paper and it will glue down on the back. I may come along and punch a little notch here at the top. If I can, if I do, it'll be to one side because I don't want to cut my little boy's head off there. And then I have some small tags, so we'll put those in there. Some more little cluster-like decorations. A little bag, one of my little bag pockets. It's a pocket, so I'll put it there. I don't know that it'll go in this journal, but this is an embellished pocket. We have this embellished pocket. And I have this envelope, pocket, pocket, flip out writing space. So it's not really a pocket, it's going in here. Oh, and I never did sew my little booklet together, so I'll lay that aside. We can get to that maybe if we have time. I don't know. We'll see. This is just another one of my little pull-out pockets out of a paper bag. If you haven't seen that video, you can go back and check that out. Check out my 100-day project videos. This is in there. Another one with a little buggy. It's there. And then I have some journaling cards where I just decorated with some book page there. And you can see that technique in one of my videos. I've got a little spot on my bag that wants to catch there. So I'll probably come along and put down maybe some washi tape right there. Because I know that'll, over time, it's going to catch there. Alright, so I've got that journal card. That's a journal card. This is just a little envelope flip that we can put a couple of my tags in. And I got a couple of cards stuck here. So he is a journal card. He goes here. This is a journal card, tag, tag. Might need to make us some more pockets here, folks. If we don't have enough, we'll see once we get them down. There's another pocket. Some journal cards. These are Scrabble. This was from a Scrabble game. And I'm going to somehow do a decoration here with BOY. I got my BOY cards. BOY. Sound like a cheerleader. Alright. Bernstein Bear card. My little dudes. This is a glue down for a pocket. Another tag. And yet another tag. And these are cards. Well, these are journal cards here. All cards. Cards, 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 cards. A lot of journal cards for this one. Again, we might have to come along and make some more pockets. We'll see. We'll put these all back in the red. These are all pockety things. These are my paper bag pockets that I can add a little more embellishment to if I need to. An undecorated pocket. A couple undecorated envelopes. And another pocket of, what is this? Is this Alexander Graham Bell, I believe? No, it's Edison with a light bulb. So we have that pocket, and we have this, and I'm missing another one of my little envelopes. I'm not sure where it is, but I have another little envelope. Up here he is. He was hiding under the paper bags. So I have this little guy in the swing, and it is a little like folio envelope here. So we have that as well. All right. So do we want a small pocket across the bottom? Let's see here. I don't have anything made that I could use, but that's not an issue because I have several train images. Let's come back to that. We'll skip that page for now. So we need something to go on this page, and I want to try to keep all of anything that has like the baby kinds of things in the first part of the journal. So that is my plan. I have this pocket, and let's see if there are any others that are, I love this pocket. So I hope he's not too wide and we don't have to, no, he's just gonna fit. Might have to trim him down just a wee bit because he does hang over the edge a little. Let's see what else we've got here. Anything else that is baby related? I thought I have tag. Oh, here's another baby pocket. Here's another little baby pocket. And we have this little flip down with this boy playing with a train. So maybe that would look really good on my striped page. Here, let's pull it out and start with it. And some of your journal cards you can always use for pockets too, so don't leave those out when you're looking at your pocket options. Okay. So we're going to lay these here, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and put that one down there. That's a nice thick page. That'll be perfect. Now, do we want to put this so that I have a pocket here and a pocket under here, or from the other side maybe? You know what? I think I'm going to put this down and leave this, kind of bring it over this way, and leave this edge here so there's room to slide something in and out the bottom. So, do I want to use, I think I'm going to use some score tape with this one, because I think that helps, it makes it easier for me. Let me get my needle here to the side where I can lift up edges of my score tape with it. And for something like this, I'm just going to use score tape. This is just, it's not score tape brand, but is a double-sided sticky tape that I picked up on Amazon. It's a good quality. Works well. I've not had any problems with it. So for now, I'm just going to kind of put down pockets throughout, decide where I want my pockets. Probably shouldn't use my good scissors here to cut these, but my other ones have kind of slid under something, so we're going to go ahead and use them for now. If I have to, I'll get them all cleaned off when I'm done here. Why is that not cutting? Oh, because I was trying to cut the corner of the envelope off there. Don't do that, Miriam. Silly, silly. Okay, I think here, this is going to go across this. Just going to put it right along the edge. Hope you all having a good afternoon. Anybody having good stories to tell today? Not so much for me. My partner had to have surgery on his nose yesterday, so spent most of the day. His surgery wasn't until noon, so spent most of the day at the hospital. Everything went fine. He's just got a bandage there for now, for another week. He actually has done very, very well since his surgery, so that's a good thing. Now, I do call him my partner, but the reality is he's my ex-husband. We were married, then we divorced for 10 years, and we have reunited. So that's where we're at. And I'm just using my very long needle here I got from Amazon, just because it's easier for me to hold on to. Just to lift up the plastic part. This has like a plastic backing. Not easy to tear. You really have to cut it. So, whoops, I dropped my needle. Got the fumble fingers today. Maybe the more I do, the better it'll get. You think? I don't know. Not always, huh? You've been around my channel, you know that I do. Well, that one didn't want to come up there. Let's see if we can get this one to cooperate. Anyway, if you've been around my channel, you know, if it can happen, it's going to happen. If a mistake can be made, I'm probably going to make it, but that's okay. You will learn how to fix those mistakes should you happen to do the same thing I do. And maybe if I get it started with my fingernail, I can grab it. Fingernails are very great craft tools. Nope, I'm getting both pieces of this stuff. Usually when that happens, I try to burnish it down good and try for another area. Maybe it'll pop up a little easier and stick to the paper better. There we go, got it that time. And just get my fingers on it and grip it. That's what I spend a lot of time doing. So, 15 minutes in and we haven't even gotten a pocket down. Goodness. This will probably be a longer video since I am decorating. I'll stick around a little longer. And who knows, we might end up with a couple of videos of decorating. And, you know, maybe we'll decorate today. And let's see. We get the letter F coming. We could finish the journal with the letter F, could we not? Maybe, we'll see. Who knows what I'll do. That's the beauty of just junk journaling. You can come in your craft room and do whatever. You don't have to follow a specific schedule. I try to keep track just because of my channel, but other than that, you can pretty much, and if you have a craft room to craft in, you can leave your stuff on your desk and then come back to it. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to this just to give it a little more stability. Gotta clean off the end of my glue bottle here because it's all clogged up. This is just a simple old glue bottle. It had one of those needle points. I have a hard time squeezing, so I pulled the needle out of the bottle, and now I can just use, as you can see, I have to kind of fold my thumb up to get my squeeze, but I can just squeeze my glue out now with it in this little tiny bottle. And one little bottle, believe it or not, it can last me several days without having to be filled up, so. And I'm just trying to make sure I hit my tape with my glue. That'll give me just a, in case I don't get it right down in the right place, I'll have a little bit of wiggle room with the glue on top of the tape. Otherwise, once you put that tape down, you pretty much have to go with right where you stick it. It doesn't give you much wiggle room for any mistakes of any kind. And the mistake would simply be getting it crooked or not in the place where you want it. So that gives you just a slight bit of wiggle room when you go to put it down. And I wanted to, and on this page, I happen to have some lines here, so it'll be great to line it up. Let's bring him down just a little bit, so it's not too high here. All right, there we go. And somewhere I have a cloth that I can wipe that little bit of glue off up at the top there. There we go. And where is my little, here it is. This is my little piece I use just to push things down. Just pushing that all down along the edge. And there where I have the glue, so the glue can dry and hold that down. Then we have our little flip. And the tab sticks out, but I'm okay with that. I think it gives it a neat look to the journal. We'll put some trims on the pages. I don't know whether we'll do much lace or not with this being a boy's journal. I didn't want to make it real frilly or anything like that. That's one corner up here. Just doesn't quite want to stay there. So let's come along with one of my paper clips that I just had here, wherever I put them. I had some larger ones here that I took off of things, and I thought I put them in one of my little bowls here, but yes, I didn't. Where did you go? Oh, there's one of these. So let's see if it'll work. So we can move on to the next page. Just going to put this up at the top. Hopefully it's, if we do it this way, it'll be long enough to hold that corner down. I'm just going to hold it here for a minute. How's that sound? There we go. There we go. And I'm going to leave that for journaling. I'm going to leave these 2 pages as is. I've got my little bear here, and I do have a couple pockets here, but I really like just the bear, so we'll probably come back and decorate him. Now I have this side of the pocket, so let's see what looks better. I really don't like that boy holding a lamb, so I think I'm going to put this pocket here. Yeah, that's going to go there. And I think what we'll do is just simply put this pocket crooked on that page. Or do we want to do them? Yeah, that's how I want them. Yeah, we're just going to do it like that. And then we got pictures back there. We've got the 2 pockets here. I like that. And I need another drink. These I'm just going to glue right down. And I'm just going to put glue all over the black and just glue these straight down. So if you are new to my channel, my name is Miriam, in case you didn't catch it at the beginning. I do not have an Etsy channel. I don't sell my journals. I just enjoy making them. And I have made a few for people that I know who have asked me to make them for them. In fact, this boy journal is for someone that I know that wanted me to make it. It's why I have chosen this theme. So I don't have my Etsy shop. I just have a YouTube channel, Paper Wheel Studio. I also am on Instagram and Facebook. My links are in, you can find here on my channel where the links are. I am a 60-year-old woman. I have one son who is married, and I have a lovely granddaughter who is just absolutely the best. Of course, aren't they all when they're yours? I am in a wheelchair. I was born with what's called limb-girdle muscular dystrophy, and I was not in a wheelchair till I was in my 30s. I'll be 60 in October, and as I age, potentially my muscles can get weaker over time. And that's why if you notice when I'm holding things with my hands and stuff, I hold them slightly differently than most, because I don't have real good grip this way. I can move them that way, but as far as gripping and trying to use them, like I can't, see I'm pushing my glue, I can't push it down with my thumb. I bend my thumb over, and I seem to have a better grasp because I don't have a lot of push like this. It just depends on, I try to take advantage of what muscles are the strongest. And even that can vary from day to day depending on what I've done the day before and if I've gotten myself worn out. It takes a little rest. If my muscles are tired, they don't want to work as well. So we're just going to bring this around, and let's put it on diagonal to coordinate with the one on the opposite side. And before I completely finish the journal, once I get all my pockets and things down where I want them, I'll go back through, and I always double check places if I need more glue or anything like that. Now here we have a double side. These are both one scrapbook paper. So this is, and one's this heavier paper. I got a pocket on the other side, so I think I'm not going to put one on this side, but I still have this piece. See if our little turtle boy will work here. If not, we will just trim his sides a wee bit, and it looks like that's what we're going to have to do. So I do have my paper trimmer. Ha! I never have my paper trimmer on my desk, but for some reason today, I must have used it the other day or something. I don't know. So I do happen to have it here. We're just going to take a fraction off of each end of this. I think I'm just going to take off where the curves are, and then I will round my corners again. Get that little bit off here. This little tiny bit, just that much off the edge, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. This is the Tim Holtz mini paper cutter. It has a plastic thing, but I've just taken mine off for ease of use for right now. I usually have it on there if I'm cutting a lot of papers, but it came out and I just haven't put it back there. And let's see, grab my corner rounder. You probably haven't seen this corner rounder. It's different than most. It is a Fiskars squeeze punch, and these are, believe it or not, they're supposed to be ergonomically better, and they allow me to squeeze with the full strength in my hands, so I don't have to push down anything separate. I just gotta make sure that gets in there real good, and ooh, I didn't do a good job that time. We'll fix it with the scissors. Plus our stamp looked like it started to come out there. I don't remember what glue I used with this, but that one, well, it's not doing it very good job. Probably because of the thickness. Let's see if I can, I tell you what I'm going to do. This is what I do when I don't want pointed corners. I just simply take my scissors, and because of the way that punch there. I don't want to leave it that way. And I'm just going to snip the sharp corner off the ends. That gives it a neat look on your corners. And rather than be rounded, they're just kind of squared off a bit, which will look really cool on this paper. All right, so we're going to put this little guy down here. I'm doing the 100-day project or 100-day challenge. I'm going to try to incorporate some of my things in the ABC April collab. I got some piece of paper stuck there. I don't want that there, so let me see if it'll get that off. It's like stuck. There, whatever it was, it's gone now. So we're just going to put him across there. And I'm going to get it, hold it down good, make sure I get him straight. Again, I love lined paper like this. Works good. And I did not punch a notch in this one. And I'm not going to, you'll be able to clearly see it's a pocket. I did use the Admit one, but I want to show you something. These digital papers that I got, and I can't remember the artist. I really am sorry. If I find it, I will link it below for you, or you can send me a message. The digital artist used these back here, and that kind of coordinates there, which I think is really cool. All right, so we got the pocket there, and then we have the blank side of this. It is an older piece. It's kind of yellowed. I will maybe come along and we will work on those pages with some stenciling inks. I'm not sure what I'll do, but I'll come up with something there. I have this Tom Sawyer page here. I did have the little envelope that matches that, so I'm going to skip that page here, and I'm going to find my little Tom Sawyer envelope that I have here, and he's going to go, here we go, it's going to go, ooh, do we want to do that? Kind of adds to the page. It's a little more exciting than the leaf, I think. Cuts off the writing slightly, but do we want that? Or would we want to create some kind of a flip-up pocket here? I did not punch a little notch here, and it's kind of a little late with my punch to do that. So let's see if I can hand cut me something here that will bring this down just a bit. I'm just kind of hand cutting. I want room so you can get down into the envelope once it's on the page. Yeah, that worked out. Actually, believe it or not, very good. Must be my lucky day here. All right, fold that part down. How do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? I like this little guy. I don't want to glue him down. What if we would put him on here and do a flip like this? Yeah, let's do a flip with some of my washi tape. And I probably have some that would match this orangish. That would work. Let's try a piece of Let's try this one right here. I'll put it on the inside here. And I'm going to put just a very thin line down the edge of my paper so that my glue has a little more reinforcement. I don't always trust the glue on washi tape. I don't do this all the time, but I try to if it's in a journal because it gives your tape a little something to kind of grab onto. Because washi tape is really kind of like a masking tape. It can be pulled right back up a lot of times. I'll do this again here. And I'm going to put it down on my table and try that. Just to get to the very edge. And this washi tape, I don't think it has a right way up or right up. There's words right there and some measuring. So we'll just put her on here right like this. And I'll trim the top and the bottom. Try to get it straight. I think I managed straightness there. And I'm going to use my scissors. I like to, when I'm using washi tape, to just file the ends off, but it's not going to work in this situation. So we're just going to trim it there without cutting the envelope open. And up here, I don't want it to go over. So the get those pieces of washi tape before I end up with a sticky mess on my desk, because I'm good at making sticky messes. Did I get both pieces? Did you see? I must have. They must be stuck to each other. But it sure doesn't look like two pieces. Oh, there's the other piece. It wasn't. There we go. Alright, so now I got this little bit. And we're going to fold the washi tape back. And I'm going to use my fingers just to kind of press it down and give it a fold. And then I'm going to put glue along that washi tape and stick it over here at the edge so that it flips out. And then we can put one of our small tags in here. Okay. Just going to stick him down so that he's over top of the picture underneath, not quite to the edge of the paper. Oh, shoot. Let's try this again here. And then I'm going to want to fold it open. Hold it carefully and just push that washi tape down against the paper. Make sure I got it down there good. Without a bunch of wrinkles, and I did. Yeah. That works good. And then that flips out like that. We're going to let that dry. I might end up putting another piece on the top, or I might go down the edge with some washi tape, which would take care of it. Okay. So that's good there. Oh, and would you look at that? Would it bother anybody that my Poland map is upside down? I think we need something on that page now to help disguise that, don't we? Yep. Australia, upside down. The inside's not bad, but I did make that upside down. Do we have a map in the back that we did the same thing to? Oh my heavens. Is it upside down as well? No, it's not. Would you look at that? Two different ones. This one's not upside down. This one is. So let's see if we have something quite large that we could use on here to make this less noticeable. Maybe another flip out pocket? What if we use our, is he too tall? Our Alexander Graham Bell pocket? Nope, he is not. So we can put this on here like this, and then we have the Alexander Graham Bell envelope that flips out, and let's reinforce this crooked edge with some washi tape. How does that sound? What do we want to use along here? I've got these. Do we want to just go ahead and use these since they're out? Yeah, here's one with bunches of numbers. We'll try it. If I can find the end of it. I know it has an end. The question is, where is the end? Hopefully I'm not putting my head in the camera here, folks. Yep, found it. Found it, found it, found it. Okay, I got it. I'm just going to put this across my edge here to reinforce it and hide the fact that it's a bit crooked. I didn't put any glue under that, but if I need to, I will come back and add some glue to it. Oh, let's see here. I'm going to have to, I think, because that's so daggone crooked across here, that washi tape looks really straight. The envelope, not so much. So I'm going to try to put a piece of washi tape under there to back where that is still a little sticky. See if I can manage to do that. Because there's towards the edge, it's got quite a bit here that's sticky, right up to this edge. That's what happens when you don't do a very good job of trimming your paper. So we're just going to see if we can't fix it so the envelope's still workable. It's good on this side, and just when you come over here, it's the crooked part. So let's see what we can do here. I'm going to take this down some. All right, I have to concentrate here, so let's see what excellent concentration we can do here. Oh, get this down, get my fingers on the ends so that it can't stick to itself here. Bring this over as far as I can. And hopefully I just fixed the sticky part here. Well, for the most part I did. There's still just a wee bit there. So let's use this piece and get on over here a bit where it's still a wee bit sticky, and we'll slip it under here right up to the edge, trying to match my edges. And if I have to bring it over this edge a little bit, you know what, we'll just take our scissors, and you know what, actually I think I did good. Just need a teeny weeny bit of a trim here. So I'm going to fold that back like that. and give this a slight trim along here. Once I see where I need to trim it. There we go. I think that did it. Yes, it did. And now we have a nice pocket that is lined, and we can tell it's a pocket, so that's going to go on here like this. Perfect. And do we want to use this side for a side tuck? I think we will. So I'm going to put glue on my envelope flap, only along these. I'm going to put it down the crease, and you really can't see my crease, so let's try inking it a bit. Inky, inky, inky. So, do you all like, comment below, let me know. Do you like long videos? Do you prefer short videos? Please comment below and let me know what you think. Do you like the videos short? Do you like them long? Do you like to learn how to do things, or you just like to see how people decorate and things? What is it that you like to see? Now, we know where to put our glue now that we're inked. I'm not going to ink the rest of it at this time. I'm just going to put glue right down on the flap side of my ink here. Just a straight line to kind of glue it along the edge so it is secured. I'm going to come up this way to create a side tuck. And I'll come this way to just come right down through here. Yep. Not a lot of glue on that, Miriam. Maybe you better give it a little more up the side so it has enough to grip into the paper. There we go. A little bit more here, and a little bit on this side. Don't have to be so stingy on my glue, do I? Alright, so we're going to head it upside down. We're just going to lay it like that and simply put it down on the page. Just the right size of the page to go here. And then we're going to fold that over, push down my edge, and come around on the other side. And make sure this is pushed down good on the edges and there's no seeping glue. And then we have this little side tuck here on this side. All right, we got that much. Now we have a top piece here. I'll probably put some kind of a decoration up there. So we're going to skip that. And let's see what I have here. That's a highlights magazine. Let's see what we got here. We've got an undecorated envelope that we could cut it down and put right up there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's cut the top down and make it a shorter envelope. And then we'll put it up there, and then we still have our boy's picture at the bottom. And we can use one of my cluster pieces to decorate this. So if I follow one of my lines here, theoretically it should be straight, right? I think so, because that pocket follows the line. Perfect. And do we want to try to round the corners? It looks like the bottom corners are rounded a little. Maybe not, but it sure looks like it. Oh, I left my ink open. I do that. And look what happens when you leave your ink open. It's alright, I'm going to cover that. So don't leave your ink open. Cover your ink pads. Okay, let's see here. Corner rounder. Let's just use the corner knockoff here. We'll knock off the corners a little, and we'll put this down. Just gonna barely take them off there. Not even going past my first line. And we're gonna glue this down here. I like how that airplane looks like it's flying out of the spine when it's taking off there. Isn't that really cool? Didn't plan it that way, but it looks pretty cool. Alright, we're just going to come down, get lots of glue along my edges so it sticks down good. Okay. I'll just put this one up here. Let's put him up just a little bit more. Oops, go, 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 push, push, push. Yeah, there we go. And that way we're not covering him up here, our little guy on the bottom. Alright. That takes care of that pocket. And let's see, this one, oh, we made it to the first center of the signature. We're just going to glue down the edges on this one. So let's see, I want to glue from right here down. Make sure I get a good amount of glue here to hold it. Just going to glue this down and pull any extra out along those edges. Just glue that down, and we'll get this piece glued down, and then we'll come along and figure out what we're going to do along the bottom with our upside down boats, which I just now noticed. So when we get something on there, you won't notice it if we cover the boat part up. You won't notice that they're upside down. Has to be because it's a one-sided paper, and I just simply folded it up. It's either have that part upside down, which we can easily cover with another piece of paper, or even recover it with the cutoff from this particular piece. I think there might be enough edges to cut. And we'll go from there. Alright, now we've got those, and I have these. I'm going to go, this is from my other signature. They're quite deep pockets, but I'm going to leave them that way, and I'm going to go ahead and get these glued down as well while I'm here. Gluing the edges. I'm not going to clear the top here. Nope, I did. Okay, get the other edge here. These are upside down pages as well. They're Boy Scout page. However, again, we'll come along and we'll do something with it. All right. Got more boats. Do we want anything on this page? No, because they can put things in the back there. I just hate to cover up some of these pages. We could cover up the writing on the bottom here with one of our, let's see if we got a short pocket here somewhere. We've got these envelope, book page envelopes, pockets. envelopes pocket. Let's do this. We're going to cut the top off of this one and simply use it as a glue down pocket. And get rid of the flap. Oops, I have it handy. Let's use this and straighten it up here. If not, it'll be very crooked like the other one. Okay, let's just cut it right along that edge. There we go. That will get rid of that blue piece because I might end up using it somewhere. And let's see, do we want anything here? Or here? Let's leave that and we'll come back to it. Let's put this one right along here on the bottom. Yeah, I like that. Now, where is my notchy punch? I don't know if I can. Yeah, I might be able to get it in here. Let's see. See if I can get it in here. It just needs to go in a wee bit. This is a scallop punch. It's also a Fiskars. I like to use it for page notch things. Gives it a little different look than a plain round circle. Try getting that good and open there and see if we can get it to slip in. Yeah, there we go. Might not be perfectly in the center, but we'll give it a shot, won't we? And I don't even do a whole half punch when I do this. I just do a very simple little punch notch. And we'll, not even in the center, but that's okay. We'll give it a little ink here. Hopefully be able to tell once I ink the top of it that maybe not. That blue is the exact same color. Well, let's do this. I also have my gathered twigs here. So I think the dauber's not too far along. Somewhere here, hiding on my desk. Hiding, hiding, hiding. Where are you hiding? Wow. Well, I can come back and do it later on because I can't find that dauber at the moment. You guys are probably staring right at it, but I don't see it anywhere, so I will come back to it. And I'm going to just put this all the way down. Rather than have two pockets, I'm just going to do the one. I'm going to get this top edge glued good so it won't come up when you get to put a tag in it or anything. And I'm just going to cover up the writing at the bottom of my page. Didn't quite get that, but that's okay. I still like it. All right. Well, we are at 1 hour, folks, so I think we're going to call it quits there. And just FYI, on the back of this page, since I have this map piece here, I think I'm going to just put this right down here and make it a side tuck. If I make it a side tuck, though, I'll probably put a tab on it, something. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, is putting that one there to cover up that page. Yeah, I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. So, let's put it down with wherever it is. You know what? I just saw my glue stick, so we're going to glue it all the way down with glue stick rather than side tucking this one. We're just going to put glue all the way up the back and stick it right down. And if I have to come back and add some other glue to it, I will do that when I come back to my journal. Just want to get the back of this covered real good, and I'm not actually going to go clear to the edge. With your envelopes and things, if you don't glue them down clear to the edge, it gives you just a little more flexibility when you're going to put things in them. So I'm going to kind of not go all the way to the edge on this bag. Just leave, I don't know, 1/4 to 1/2 inch along the sides so that the bag will expand a little bit when it's glued down. And I wanted these numbers, so let's put it right down there with just the numbers along that edge. Yeah, there we go. I like that. And then we have a tuck spot here, and we have a very fully opening bag there. And I think that's it. I'm going to call it quits here, folks. I will probably go ahead and put in the rest of my pockets off camera, and I'll come back so you can see those. And then we'll do some embellishing in this journal to try to get it finished up. Because after all, E is for embellishment. And that's what we will do next in my journal. Talk to you later, folks. You all have a good evening. Bye for now. Maybe bye for now. Yep, it's bye for now. See you later, folks. You all come back.